Well, this entertainment mecca opened back in 2009. It seats 80,000 but has a standing room capacity north of 100K, and we are pushing that today at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the former Illini kicker, Chase McLaughlin, to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yeah!
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 38 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
2nd and 7. Here we go.
Here's Prescott. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
On play action, Prescott. Over the middle, held in by Lane. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7. Buccaneers, nothing. Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his target. It's Evans. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it's 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. We'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. He's to the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there. Doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with first and goal from very short range.
Hey,
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Irving. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1. Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. And he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bucs are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Second and 10.
It's second down and 10.
Here's Prescott. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Prescott yet again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Fourth down, Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1. So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. Prescott now. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Yeah! Here we go! Morning.
And again, it's Prescott. They'll get it inside the 20. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now Prescott. And his ball is caught by Wayne. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
Buccaneers 7. Brandon Aubrey.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Mayfield. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Savon Rebel. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now Prescott faking it on the end route and looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Yaya Diaby, he's the one who got in there. He gets the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And it's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away. falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Here we go. 40. Here we go, 47. 26.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him incomplete. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point conversion.
26.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further.
Buccaneers 7. Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. This is caught by Evans. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Mayfield to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Mayfield. Now he's going to step up the run. Now Mayfield lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you are closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing. Prescott. Here's one deep for Pickens. And he backs it away. The First down, incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Kill. Go ahead,
To throw is Prescott. And a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
That's hard at the 2. But he will not get the 2 points. He stopped up short, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Donovan Ezeraku in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 46.
To throw, Mayfield. Finding on once more. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's another Buccaneers. 1st down.
Here's Mayfield. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Hey, alert, alert! Hey, alert 33! Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Mayfield. And this is caught by Evans. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line.
That's another Buccaneers first down.
Mayfield down.
First down.
Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Mayfield looks to throw. Touchdown! Mike Evans. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again, they've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've got to sit through halftime and sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
At the 37-yard line.
2nd down and 8.
Here we go. 26.
They run it again with Williams. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
It's a gain of 20.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Cowboys, first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. 26.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Prescott to throw it. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
22 yards.
A good pickup there at 22.
Let's go.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
Watch out.
Throwing, Mayfield. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're going to look to throw. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. He's going to launch this thing right downfield. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. Everything working in your direction.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
All right, ball at the 1-yard line, fourth down. What do you say?
I say go, because if you can't get 1 yard, you what's the old adage? If I can't get...
And he's across for the touchdown. And the final minute, that should just about seal it. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Aubrey good with the PAT. And the lead now up to 14.
Buccaneers 21. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, on 133.
Mayfield to throw. To Evans on the slant. Also strong running. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Here's first down. Mayfield. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
They'll try again here, second and 10.
Hurry, hurry! Run, 180! What's up?
Now Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete.
Intended for
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, and make sure you're smart in doing so.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. Third and 10. Here's Baker. They'll find the open man. That's complete. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout,
15 yards.
as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
First and 10 at the
Hey,
21-yard line.
133! Pistol. 180! What's what?
Mayfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
21-yard line.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Another try, second and 10 now.
Good. Point it right. Pigs. 180! Hurry, hurry! Up. What's up?
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So it's a win here for the Cowboys, and it was Dak Prescott, their quarterback, who really led the charge.
Yeah, he was just on target all afternoon with 3 touchdown passes. They couldn't find a way to stop him, and ultimately, he guided them to victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
tonight with a hallowed Lombardi trophy in the building. It's a battle to raise it at midfield between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. Kate Scott and Brock Heward, happy to have you with us. And this an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries. Now we know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win. It's just the third Super Bowl. David Tyree's helmet catch is those Giants shuttered the Patriots. They too bypass the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing him out, one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former third overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized his NFL career, Sam Darnold.
Kate, I can only imagine what's running through his mind right now. What an arduous fight across the entire NFC postseason to get to this moment. And I think this is one of those moments that you just go back in that backyard as a kid and you close your eyes and you dreamed of when you were little, and you're living in it right now.
Throwing to start this game. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Play fake. Darnold. Right side. Shaheed's got it. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Carly Shaheed, back-to-back plays. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. And again, it's Darnold. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. He's the one driving it.
4th down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. So now it's the Patriots' turn to head out for the first time on offense. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Well, here he is, Kate, in the role that I and so many other quarterbacks dreamed of being in during our careers, leading the AFC champions out on a Super Bowl Sunday. The journey? Well, it's only become more difficult every step along the way, from the regular season through each rung of the playoffs. And it's prepared him for the moment he's walking in right now.
And they run it with Travion Henderson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Going play action, May. Finds his fullback. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Number 37.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, "Do you have a tight end with his hand on the ground?" "Yes, coach." "Do you have a fullback still on your roster?" "Yes, coach." "And you're going to be just fine."
Here's a nickel look by the Seahawks. Third down. Operating from the gun. Here's May. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just caught.
Patriots punt team coming out to the former sixth-rounder Bryce Behringer to do the honors. Escapes the defender. And hey, we see him under the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So Seattle retakes the field for their second series. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. From the gun, Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Kenneth Walker gives it for the first time. And this one's brought to a halt at the 36-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. You have that call you had ready, though? You could recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
First down, and they go right back to it. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line.
He was taken down.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of cornerback.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Here's Darnold. Here's a screen after Walker. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Tight end going in motion here. 3rd and long. Here's Darnold. And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
If you're keeping stats, that's now 0 for 2 on keeping drives going, and hopefully not an indicator of what's to come. You know, you don't convert on 3rd down. Not only playing against your opponents, you start playing with your own psyche as well.
So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. He's hit before he can get anything on that return. New England taking the field. Its 2nd series of the game coming up. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. Running on the ground with Henderson. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
A gain of 14. First down, New England.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Here's May on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. May now from the gun. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
This game, Kate, that's his domain, and he is prepared to reign over it with an iron fist. Not going to give his assignment any space, and playing tight man-to-man coverage, he knocks it away.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's May. And they get to a way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
The number of times we see quarterbacks with his running ability make plays, critical plays on 3rd down, it's got to be refreshing for that defense to finally see them on the right side of it.
Another punt coming up. Bryce Behringer to do the honors again. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Takes it in at the 26. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Now Darnold off the play action. And in the hands of his running back, Walker. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. That one gains 7. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Throwing here, Darnold. It isn't good enough. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Sent back to their own side of the field on that last play. Some ground to make up here on 2nd. Receiver in motion, going left. Throwing now off the play action. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Well, the defense was ready for that throw, stopping him right in his tracks, right at the line of scrimmage.
Patriots into the dime, 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. The New England offense running out now. By this point, partner, they are through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and over on the sidelines and in the huddle. Got to find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm.
New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And this defense bringing the hammer down, driving him backwards to the 9.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside. You know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Here's made in the air. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jar it loose, incomplete.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Motioning the tight end now. Anderson's going to get it on 3rd down. And they only get a couple when they needed a good bit more, Brock. That's going to make it 4th down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Bryce Baringer on now to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Walker on 1st down. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
39-yard line.
1st down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Staying with Walker. And he's able to get this down to the 36. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Quick pass out wide. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Running back sent in motion. 2nd and 10. Darnold. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. First carry of the game for the rookie out of Alabama. And he's going to have enough for the first First down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
So many offenses will script, Kate, their first 15 plays of a game, but it's often getting to the lesser-used stuff like that that's critical in the red zone. They get a decent gain out of it and continue the push for the goal line.
He'll work against the blitz. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw to force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
So after the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and goal. Throwing from the gun. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. All right, so defensively, you've seen 2 throws now, and you turn both of them away. It seems fairly likely you have another one coming up here on 3rd and goal.
It does, and I think defensively, now you've really got to protect against the QB extending the play. Right after a couple incompletions, Kate, you know as a quarterback, if it's not there right away, I better be creative to try to find 6.
On 3rd and goal, Darnold. Catch made. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Flying forward to Walker. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Patriots nothing.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Travion Henderson. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Patriots running their offense out there. And Brock, they are not in the spot they want to be, but still plenty of game left. You don't want to let the setting cause an early overreaction and panic.
Yeah, you just can't overtry. And every bit of you wants to, every fiber of your being in this building right now, you want to perform, but you just can't overdo it. Get back in the rhythm and play your game.
Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is May. On the left side. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. On play action, here's May. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They gain 11 on that play. And that's a New England 1st down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Trying an inside board to Henderson. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
It's a gain of 8.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
This is Henderson on 2nd down. And he's going to be blocked out after reaching the 43. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
A pickup of 2 yards. And a pickup.
So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. 7-0 is our score. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. To the air on first down, May. Everyone's out there, so let's get things restarted. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Good throw completed by May. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. To throw, here's May. Completed over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. A toss to Stevenson, running left. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks, and I'm looking for that to be called again.
All set now, 1st and 10. It's Henderson on the give. Robs for the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Sticking with Henderson. Again, he's taken down right at the line. Same guy, same call, same result. And now it's 3rd down.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
May now on 3rd down. And he has it in the end zone for the New England touchdown. The Patriots start to fight back with their first points of this game. Demario Douglas with the touchdown. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
This is Andres Borregales trying to tack on the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Young on the return. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Donald. It's dropped underneath, Walker. And he picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's up to the 37.
8 yards on the pickup.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Gets it running the sweep. We stop him at the 39. No first yet, but they've got 3rd and very short coming up.
You call that jet sweep, you're looking for a little bit more than that. But at least it keeps them on schedule and didn't go backwards.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Gonna keep this one and go. And this defense is gonna win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
That's all you could really expect from a sneak, Kate. 1, maybe a couple yards. So in that way, their job was executed. But the play call, well, that leaves me and I think many scratching our heads.
Michael Dixon on the punt.
For the Seahawks.
And they could really use a good one here. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. The Patriots and quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's May. Has him on a quick hitter. And he's brought down. They spot this one right at the 20.
It's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now the give as they set up the jet sweep. And his short game gets them when he set it down.
That's the beauty of mixing up your play calling like a great boxer. You never throw the same punch. Throw some unique looks. And that jet sweep, highly effective at moving the chains.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. May looking to throw. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Anderson's going to take this straight ahead. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
From the gun, it's May. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st down, Patriots.
All set to go now from the 35. May off the play fake. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I got a sense, Kate. He went to bed last night dreaming, can I get a sack? Can I find a way to get to the quarterback? Well, he didn't do it just once. He's now done it twice.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18. May. Setting up the screen with Henderson. Short pickup on the play to about the 40. Brought down by Luke Woolen.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. That one complete to Diggs. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
And the Patriot 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
May on 1st and 10. And he has it in the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Stephon Diggs touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Corey Gallis on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Patriots break that tie and now lead by 7.
14. Seahawks 7.
Now Borregales on to send it away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. This makes it up to the 25. The Seahawks offense running out now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Play fake, Darnold. That is man, it's come over the middle. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Now an inside kick to Walker. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Darnold. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Darnold looking to throw. Oh, this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they're going to be forced forced to regroup a bit ahead of second down.
Kate, I wish every fan could just get the perspective on the field. When you stand on the sidelines, you realize how fast this game is. And as a QB, you've got to understand. When you get that amount of time, you've got to get rid of the ball because this game moves in a hurry.
After the sack, could really use a big play here on second down. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Darnold. Receiver screen. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Cooper Kupp.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Here he goes, 3rd and long. With the hands of Smith and Jigba over the middle. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker, 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he made sure to angle that one toward the sideline. He bounces inside the 20 and jumps out at the 13. The Patriots and Stephon Diggs getting set for this next offensive possession. And that last impressive touchdown drive, and we'll have to see if they can repeat that. They're backed up again to start this one. Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. Stop until he reaches that 25-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a New England 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Looks like they're going option keeper on 1st and 10. Decided to keep it, but couldn't escape the pressure there. They catch it behind the line.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
May now from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And finally, they get to him and send him out as this gets all the way into enemy territory. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st down, May. Runs complete over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offense still line. This is 2nd and 4. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Complete out to the right. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stopped just a little bit shy of the marker.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Completed over the middle. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's May. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. To the air yet again, May. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be taken down to the 8-yard line. Nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Here's May again. He finds his running back, Henderson. He's in for the New England touchdown. The Patriots will add to their lead at the end of the half. So, Brock, this offense looking sharpier in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Gallis on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Patriots double their lead to 14.
21, Seahawks 7.
Now Gallis on to send it away. Shaheed now to return. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The Seahawks offense to the field for the final drive of this first half. Not a whole lot of time left for them to put something together here before the break. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. Empty backfield now. Running back motions out left. 1st and 10. Darnold. To the left side, caught by Shaheed. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Barner's got it, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now Seattle going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Donald. Back to Walker on the check down. And he's across midfield with a gain that sets him up for third and very short. We get a timeout, 8 seconds remaining before halftime.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. And again, it's Donald. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And he goes out a little short of the 40. He gets 6 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Not much time left in the half, so the kicking team out on 1st down. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll get him back to 11.
This is why those kickers are down there before the game trying those kicks in midfield. Kind of like Hooper shooting that half-court shot before half, because they believe, kickers do, that they're going to get an opportunity to be a difference maker. With that long kick, he certainly was.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends on half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, because this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
One last play before the break. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call it in right up the middle. And he's stuck on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So that is 2 quarters in the books here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. Now over to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update, as always. And welcome back, everyone. 3rd quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. Well, we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. He's going well so far. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45. Patriots offense out there to start this 3rd quarter. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. May. Has him on a quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's May. Finds him over the middle. Ooh, awful close to that line to gain. Stop though, made it to 46. 3rd down.
5 yards.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Trying to sneak May. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
Ooh, this is where the coach gets paid to make the decision for the offense. If they're stopping you short on a third down sneak, you better think a while before going for it.
The Patriots have their punting unit out. Bryce Baringer, the one to send it away. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Seahawks offense taking the field now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. A lot of space ahead. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock. So unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Going on first, here's Darnold. He's keeping it. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Play fake, Darnold. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on 1st down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. From the gun, Darnold escapes the pocket.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, it's still a win for this defense.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Myers' kick is good. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Fielded by Henderson. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Here's New England ready once again on offense. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. First call here coming from the shotgun. Quick throw completed by Mays. And this one doesn't go far.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Design bootleg here. Jump off company's back. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
They give now to Henderson. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the 6.
First down, New England.
I love that call on third down because it just gives you options. The best third down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of it.
Not a whole lot to speak of here, partner. 2-yard gain at most at second down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
On the gun, it's May. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. So they're left facing third and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Here he goes, third and long. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
On now comes their punter. It's fielded at the 14. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he gets a few on the plays forward.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. Now Darnold out to play action. Great coverage all the way to the sideline. They're on him to end that quick pass before he can get vertical.
I got to be honest with you, Kate. That's an occasion where a drop would have been a whole lot better than a completion. Couldn't find the way back to the line, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Air it out on 3rd. He's going to run for it. Into the ground he goes, sliding to a stop well short here. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
They'll send out the punting unit. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. Fair catch signaled for and made at the 32-yard line. The Patriots offense all set to go. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. First down now, ball at the 33. Starting on the ground with Henderson. Only finds a couple of yards of space. It's second down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, a very minimal gain.
35-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. May now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Here's May. Escapes out to the left. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
8-yard pickup. First down, Patriots.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First down, May. Into traffic, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Henderson here from the gun. And that second down run is only going to manage a yard.
Tyrese Knight on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Made a throw it. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. They get there to take him down right around the 41. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Counterplay. It's Henderson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, here's May. Setting up the screen with Henderson. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Now May on 3rd and long. May finds his running back, Henderson. And he's short the first after a mild gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punting unit out now. And he'll try to hit this one well. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say clear the sideline over top the 14. The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. The gun. Here's Darnold. Throw left side, caught by Shaheed. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and that gives the Seahawks the first.
Well, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Walker on first down. He's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. It's a design boot. He's got a man left. Continuing to move past the 45. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short.
That's good.
A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Throwing here, Darnold. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Now Darnold. There's a screen out for Walker. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, 3rd down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Trying to get this one outside, Gronk, but he did not make it. They stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. He's short.
Not the big play they were hoping for when you call a jet sweep, but at the very least, it got him some positive yards. Things could have easily gone backwards there.
Quite the brave call they're making in this situation, Brock. They're going for it on 4th. Back to throw it. It's complete. Play made by Cup. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6. That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hard to believe, but just 1 quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. It's Seahawks football. They need to make up this deficit quick for a chance at the title. They've got 1st down here from the 36. Darnold looking to throw. Hands cut once more. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Motioning left is their running back. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Hand off to Walker from the gun. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
On 3rd down, Walker. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
A gain of 3 yards.
That is an old-school battle you simply love to see. An offense that close to a first down, a defense that knows there's a run headed its way. It's a battle of wills. It's the offense that gets it done this time.
They need the end zone here. They've got 4 chances at it. This is 1st and goal. Running with Walker again. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Listen, everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They kick the running back in motion. From the gun, Darnold. And he'll score a touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks down by only 2 in the 4th. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
So Darnold in the offense getting set. 2-point attempt upcoming.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All or nothing, they'll run it. He's almost there, but no, they stopped him at the last moment. He's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion.
19.
That came right up to the doorstep of success. Nice play, though, to make some contact and stop him a yard shy of the conversion.
Yeah, these defenders, they just want to get to that next play. After you give them a touchdown, even if it's not their fault, right? Snap and clear. And that hyper-focus and extra motivation led them to sniffing out that call and being able to react just in the nick of time.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. Their lead cut down inside a field goal, so points imperative here to get some breathing room. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Off the play action, May. Outside and into the hands of Douglas. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a New England first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
That's taken in by Henry. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
This is Henderson on 2nd down. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone block. He's down at that 17-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
First down, Patriots.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
At the 9-yard line. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Here he is on 3rd and short. Brings it in. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Trying to run in with Stevenson. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
You know, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Oh, surprise gift to the receiver to the goal line. The defense wins this rap. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
You know, it's pretty clear just watching this unfold. They want to find a way to get this player in space where he's most dangerous. Defenders made sure they kept him contained and limited what came off on that one.
They'll run with Henderson. No luck. He tried. He was fighting, but they send him backwards on 3rd and goal.
Kate, you could just kind of feel it. That was a challenge this defense took personally. You want to run it at us? You're going to try to run it at me? I'm going to stuff it before you get started.
Big moment here for Andres Borregales. Pretty automatic look for him from the left. Kicked well, and this is good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Borregales on to send it away. Shaheed now to return. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. It's Walker, the option. He's able to manage a couple on that run.
Brought down by Craig Woodson. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Darnold. He completes it in traffic. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down.
13
Give him 13 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Well, bless his heart. Where some quarterbacks look off double coverage and check it down, this guy just attacks it head on. And why wouldn't he if he's capable of beating it for that kind of result?
They give up the gut to Walker. Blocked by the first down he met. No gain on that first down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Now Darnold off the play action. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Third down. Pat's going with a few extra defensive backs this time. Running back sent in motion. Here he goes. 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a short gain.
These little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punt team on the field. And this effort's going to give him an even half dozen tonight. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. The New England offense running out now. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. First call here coming from the shotgun. May now from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, it's May. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only